ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls. I am Carvenor, and I hope all is war and well in your world. I'm here to entertain, maybe make you laugh, perhaps a smile or two. But if you'd rather go watch someone else, then I can't blame you.
Ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, I am Carvenor. Welcome to my channel. I hope all is warm and well in your world today, day after Christmas. I hope everybody got lots of cool stuff. Hope you got what you wanted. Hope everything was awesome. Spent time with the family. You know how it is. All that goodness. So okay, we can check the shop first. We'll check the shop first before we select the character. As you can see, I was already perusing it. I was doing some math. That's what I was doing. Because there's a couple things, you know, if you saw the last episode, there's a couple things in here that I want. So I was doing some mathematizing a little bit. Because I'll be getting this. Because this outfit is by far the hottest female they've ever made in FORTNITE. You know? Now that might not matter to some of you, but it you know, it matters to me. And I'll be using it with the blonde hair. You know? And I'll just forget that it's Kim Kardashian. And then, of course, you know, there's nothing really of any interest. There's, of course, the season, or the Stranger Things. Of course, you know, in celebration of Season 5. Now, if they made an Eddie, I'd fucking buy Eddie in a goddamn heartbeat. It's not even, I don't even know why they didn't make Eddie, because they would have made a fortune off of Eddie. But hey, whatever, you know. You do you, FORTNITE. You do you. No, I don't care about Hatsune Miku or Harry Potter. And I'm not interested in the Back to the Future or the animated Batman Beyond stuff or the SpongeBob. I got all those on one. Couldn't care less about the dances. That's not a bad guitar, I gotta be honest. And then of course we want Lisa. We gotta have Lisa. It's not even a question. You gotta have Lisa. So there's where that's happening. That's what's happening with that. Now we're gonna pick some characters. Who are we gonna pick? No. Who's this week's competitor? This Neuralinks. That's the other one that I've won with. The Stig, Batman, and Neuralinks. That's who. Okay. Have we done it with him yet? I don't think we have. He's pretty cool. We could do that. Yeah, we'll go with him. We'll go with him. He's pretty cool. That's a really badass design. I mean, you gotta give it to them sometimes. Sometimes they hit the ball out of the park on their character designs. Sometimes they're meh. But sometimes you look at something like this and you're like, God damn, that's badass. That guy could whoop your fucking ass. So you gotta appreciate it for him. You know, sometimes. Sometimes. Without much further ado, let's get to it. No more ado-ing. let's get to doing. I need to work on that. Great. I'm recording this pretty much immediately after the Fall Guys episode. Now that the holidays are over, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. I won't lie, you know, the holiday seasons are November through December. It's never a good time for me. Never a good time for me. It's just, you know, there's people like me in the world that, I don't know, just react differently to the holiday season. And plus, you know, the shit that went down in November, from my week-long fucking back injury to my oldest cat dying, and it was just, you know, it's just, that's the shit that happens to me during the holiday season. Some people are just merry and bright and awesome and great, and for some people like me, it's like the world just decides to shit on me in the last 2 months of the year. So that's always fun. But that's just my own personal experience. I don't begrudge anyone who loves Christmas by any stretch of the imagination. The idea of Christmas, I'm very much in love with, you know. The spirit of it. It's just often, I suppose, how we interpret it, or how we monetize it, maybe. It just leaves a real sour taste in my mouth. That's all it is. That's all it's become to anybody, really. It's just about spending money. It's not just about, you know, enjoying the time with each other and celebrating that. It's all about gift giving. That's it. That's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters. No matter how anybody tries to fucking hide it, no matter what they try to say to deny it, that's all it's about. If you take that aspect out of it, suddenly nobody cares about it anymore. And it's like, really? Goddamn. It is. And there's people out like me who don't make a lot of fucking money. And the idea of spending, you know, half a check or more to buy a bunch of bullshit that years, that they're just gonna be like, oh, thank you, you know. It's just like, I can't afford that. What are you doing, shit? What were you thinking? No! Oh, I do that all the fucking time. Ah! Not turning out well. Okay. Son of a bitch, dude. That was just unfortunate. I didn't have time to do jack shit. I landed in a bad place and had no time to react. But yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad. Alright, let's try this again. And that's, you know, that's largely what what my game began my me down the trail of hating holidays is that you know, I guess my chosen profession, it doesn't pay really well, and I can't help that that's what I'm good at, you know, and I can't help. I mean, pretty much everywhere I've ever worked in a restaurant, within like a year or even shorter, I'm about up to as much as you're gonna make in each one of those places. You know what I'm saying? And then to move to the next one, and it raises a little bit, but and you know, and then the next one it raises a little bit more, to the point that I'm at now, that I'm making more than I ever have before. And it's still not enough. It's never been enough, even when the economy was good. Like paying my bills, and you know, just surviving and feeding myself was pretty much about at the limit of what I could do. Yeah. And you know, maybe you say, well, you should get some other kind of career. It's like, yeah, but I know what I can and what I can't do. You know? And so then you've got this, you know, this one time a month you're supposed to fucking essentially plan the entire year for, to spend a shitload of money on anybody you've ever fucking met. It's like, why? Again? Place to land. I guess we'll see. Gotta turn my headphones on. Shit going down. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this a smaller map? Dude? worse. Fucking headphones. Okay. Now I can. It's way too low. That you missed that. Open. Oh, son of a bitch! Jesus Christ, there's shit going all around me. Son of a bitch! Oh, that wasn't too bad a run. Not too bad a run. I would prefer to not have died, but sometimes you don't get what you want, you know. Skip. You don't care about my feedback. Come on. You can do it. What is that? I need that. Alright, this is going okay so far. Where is it? Oh, I'm safe as hell. Okay, excellent. Give me time to explore. Find some better shit. Yeah. How do we get? There it is. Good so far. Not fair. All right. Not really anything. That's all. Shotgun shells, I'll take those too. We're still safe. I feel like... Let's go this way. Away from the gunfire. Let's go this way. How did I end up right in the middle of the goddamn circle? How did that happen? That is not where I want to be. Fucking shit. There's somebody running over there. Good journey, Brent. I'm not gonna fuck with you. I'm not drawing attention to myself. Yeah, they're about to get into it. Keep a close eye on that shit. That guy's fucking with somebody else again. Oh, there's a lot of shit happening over there. I'm not comfortable with any of that. Son of a bitch. I am so goddamn locked in right now. It is not even fucking funny. I am so fucking locked in. Down to 8 people. right there. We're down to 3. And 3. Holy shit, this is tense. This has no right to be this fucking tense, but goddamn, this is tense. Motherfuckers! Holy shit! Fuck yes! Oh my god! Oh my god! That was fucking badass! Dude! Holy shit! Holy shit. Damn, dude. Wow. Dude, I can't explain to you how fucking locked in I goddamn was on that. I cannot explain it to you. I was so goddamn locked in. Holy shit. Where is the stuff that I can get here? I think this one. Does it not say I have rewards to claim?
To me, and you better watch your back.
What is...
To me, and you better watch your back. To me, and you...
Is that... Oh, shit, is there more? I don't understand what's happening. So what else have I got here? God damn, dude. I'm still just fucking floored that I pulled that one out. Oh my god. I played fucking so smart. Holy shit. Dude. Dude. I played a smart game. Gave the bride a face full of laser there at the end. God damn. Yeah, as is the rule, you know, when I win, I call it, because I'm not gonna ruin it. We're gonna go out on a high note. So, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Fortnite. I very much enjoyed it. A victory. I was not anticipating that, although I was getting a lot of kills in those first couple matches. That's just, I kept getting in unfortunate situations. But hell yeah. Hey, if you did enjoy it, maybe you could see your way clear. Leave me a like, a share, or subscribe. Any one of those things is immensely helpful for the channel. Helps it grow, helps it flourish. Put me in that algorithm. Helps, you know, say, hey YouTube, this guy, people might like his shit. And that's beneficial for everybody. Also, should you choose to support the channel, I have a Patreon and I have a Coffee. Either one of those things is great. They're in the beginning stages right now, so I don't exactly know what I'm doing with it, but your input would be very much appreciated. So if you choose to do that, they're there. While you're at all that other stuff, you can check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. I have almost, well, not almost, I do have over 1,100 videos. all kinds of shit. I've got concerts I've been to, really good footage and sound quality. They were made with a pretty good phone. I've got original music that I write the lyrics to, and I stress that I write the lyrics to and give life through an AI app in the form of a 4-piece all-girl metal band called The Circle. If you like screaming metal chick type music, it's not all screaming, but if that's your thing, you'll dig it. You can find the lovely ladies of Circle also every Wednesday on Wicked Wednesday Night. That is the female division of my original character Simulated Wrestling Federation. The men's division is every Monday on Monday Night Mania. Then I also have a female celebrity federation, Simulated Wrestling Federation. It's every Tuesday Night Download. And on top of that, I have a DC versus Marvel one coming up. I have upgrades for the men's division of CTW and the female celebrity federation. Those are in the works as well. It will eventually happen. On top of all that, I do daily live streams between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. my time-ish. I don't know what that's for you. Give or take 10-15 minutes sometime, depending on my work schedule. On top of all, I have a butt ton of playthroughs. I've got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of genres. I've got horror, wrestling, or racing, action, adventure, walking simulators. I've got a library of over 300 games that I'm constantly pulling from and adding to the rotation as others, I finish others. So there's always something new coming out. So check all that shit out and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. I will do my dead level best to answer and reply to every comment I get, so long as the great YouTube gods deem it worthy to let me know that they're there. They're not always great about that, so I do what I can. I can promise you that much. And ladies and gentlemen, cats and kittens, boys and girls, that just leaves me to say thank you once again. Truly, truly thank you. And until next time,